Welcome back to a brand new episode of Private Parts with me, Liv Bentley. This is the podcast where nothing is off limits. And this week we have got two absolute legends from this season of MAFS, and that is Leigh and David. By the way, I'm buzzing about this. Your season was fucking phenomenal. Like, I was gripped back to back.
Explosive, I would say, yeah.
Very, but how are you both?
Good. Getting used to this, actually. Like, getting used to everyone knowing what's happening in my life.
Is it mental? Do you think it's mental? Because I suppose the turnaround's so quick, actually.
It's crazy. I've not recovered.
Really?
No.
Yeah.
I think
I'm still going through it.
I think it's we wait for so long for the show to be out. Because we waited 6 months for the show to be out.
So when did you started filming when?
February.
And it finished in April?
April.
And
End of April, beginning of May, I feel.
Yeah. Some people finish in May.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then we had the reunion, didn't we?
We've got right to the end. Yeah.
And did you get to see it before it aired?
No. We are watching it at the same time that you are watching it.
Yeah.
So some of the things that we heard, we're all just like...
Oh, yeah, fuck, because there's no retaliation, is there?
No.
And so, like, when the couples were behind closed doors and certain things would happen that we didn't know about.
No, and arguments, when arguments happen, obviously you hear the point, on my case, because gay, of the girls all the time, or to hear their side, but then watching it happen, I'm like... Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Was there anyone that you think came across very differently on the show to how they were in real life?
No, I think it was a fair edit.
I'm trying to think.
Obviously, she was miserable in the first week.
I mean, I don't feel like mine's a true representation, actually.
Do you not?
But I think most people like came across the way they were. I think the edit is what it is. Like,
I think it just dramatizes certain things about certain people. Like, obviously, with me, for example, there's so much more to my personality, but they kind of drill into one part, so it just looks a bit one-dimensional. So that's the only thing I would say. There's a lot more to people than what the character they fit into.
I think, what I realised sometimes is they like to typecast certain people for certain things.
Yeah.
But then you were amazingly known for calling people out for their shit, which I have to say, watching you, I was saying exactly the same thing at the TV. I was like, fucking give her one.
Everyone keeps saying that to me. Like, I was thinking something, I wanted to say it, and then it'd come out your mouth.
Yeah.
No, but it's so good.
Yeah. They just made me very emotional. Like, my fun side was gone.
You're like the best friend everyone wanted.
No, but like my fun side was gone after the week. I was like, I am funny, okay?
I'm surprised, honey, you were drained.
I know, I was very
The only
drained.
thing was that cat cafe.
Oh, God.
Girl, don't even start with that. That scene was a good 6 hours.
Yeah, no, I can imagine.
We were in a cat cafe for an hour and a half. Then we split up because he walked away. And every time you have an argument and you split up, you cannot come back together until the cameras are set.
Yeah.
So we'd split up, fester on that like anger of like, why did you walk away?
And then riled up.
Yeah, and then got back together probably 4 hours later because they had to find a location for us to film.
Right.
To hush it out.
Did you get split up then?
Yeah. Had a massive row. And then they just used the bit on the end of me saying like, do you want to go to a hotel then? Because I'm like, so wait, everything else that happened in the middle, everyone took it away. I was like, oh great, love that for me. Love that for me.
Do you think watching it back, is it what you expected? Or is it like, did you sort of go in there blind thinking, I've got no idea how this is actually going to be?
I was a bit naive.
Really?
I was a little bit naive, yeah. Like, watching it back, I wasn't expecting it to be the way it was. To some degree, I was expecting it to be like a lot more of a truer representation to like everything that happened, but there's so much that's missed. Like, obviously we film all day, every day for 2.5 months.
Yeah.
And, well, near enough every day.
Yeah.
But then it's just condensed down so much, so there's so much that's missed.
Oh, so much.
So you don't get full context to situations. So I was a little bit naive, I think.
Was there one big moment that happened off camera, or that happened that no one ever saw? Like one big row or anything?
There was one.
What was yours?
Man, I gave Kia a promise ring on our renewals.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah, I got down to one knee and like gave him a promise ring.
And they cut that out?
They cut it off, yeah.
For any particular reason?
Don't know.
Oh, that's actually quite a big thing.
Yeah.
What was it like off camera? Like, you know, when everyone goes for drinks and stuff, was it like raucous?
Yeah.
Oh, it was
fucking chaos.
It was literally like
Yeah.
being at uni again.
Yeah, it was great.
Was there an element of fun to it? Like, did you forget
yeah.
not forget, but was it like, because you guys were all essentially not locked up together, but there was that you actually had fun side as well as the filming aspect?
I had a great time.
Oh, we had a great old time. We're not supposed to be more than groups than 4.
Right.
Because they track your phones, the production phones they gave us, they track them.
Oh, wait, so are you allowed your normal phone?
No.
Oh, you have a
We have a production phone, yeah, and they track it where you are, so they can see.
How the fuck did Stephen get on Hinge?
Well, this is the thing, right?
He got his phone back when he went home.
So this is the thing about
Here
this
we go.
story,
Let's
right?
start from the beginning of this one because
I don't think that this has ever been explained because Nelly and Stephen had got to a point where I think they both knew it weren't going to work.
Yeah.
They both knew that they were going to call it quits. Nelly went to do her homestay. Stephen went home. They both got their phones back.
Yeah.
And they were like, experiment's kind of like on its way out, but they needed to do one last meet up to kind of call it quits on camera.
And in person as well, because I don't think they had the ending conversation, to be fair.
No, exactly. So then obviously Stephen's agreed that he'll go down, have the conversation with Nelly. That was we're going to end this chat.
Yeah.
And then, so he had re-downloaded Hinge because I think in his head,
his
he's
phone
like,
back.
I've got my phone back, relationship's done, I just need to wrap this up and then I can crack on with my life. Granted, should have waited, do you know what I mean? It's a case of a couple of days, you could have waited, it's not that deep. But yeah, they were done. And yeah, then he downloaded Hinge on his normal phone.
Oh, okay, that kind of makes slightly more sense then because obviously as a viewer it looks as if he... But then, did she know it was on its way out? Yeah.
I think they both had a feeling separately. I don't think they together had voiced it. I think they had both had a feeling. I was like,
this is done. I think they kind of just both knew, like, this ain't going to go nowhere.
But I do have to say, way too quick. Way too quick.
Yeah.
Then they're lying about it.
Oh,
no, don't even get me started.
I can't with that.
No, don't even get me started on that.
Dig a hole and it's getting worse and worse. It's
This
like,
is
how
where
do
he
you come back
fucks
from
himself
that?
over because he could have just said what I just said and everyone would have been like, oh, fair. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Just own
That's
it.
all right.
Just own it. Like, I don't understand why he couldn't just own the fact that he was on it.
No.
Oh no, like it's not my account. Like, it's verified. We all been on Hinge. You have to do a video saying the words, doing the thing, turning the face, whatever it is. Like, who is walking around with your face? Literally, who?
When I was on Hinge, I deliberately didn't verify myself, and people would message me going, "Oh, there's a catfish like you out there," and I was like, "Actually, it's me."
But who's gonna catfish Stephen?
I thought the reunion, when you all met up separately, the girls and the guys, that in my eyes, for some reason, that was a reunion. But obviously, this year there's so many different reunions.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
no, that
that
was
is
just
the-
like a big night out.
Yeah, it's the boys
okay.
out and the girls out. It's basically the last hurrah before you renew your vows.
Yeah.
So it's basically like a little bachelorette or
It's just like a
Hindu,
little
yeah.
mental night out for everyone to
So you can get as well like everyone's point of view on your relationship.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Everyone that's been through the entire experiment.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
on your own relationship and ask for advice and do
Yeah.
stuff. That's the reason for that one. The big reunion was filmed 5 weeks after we finished filming.
Yeah.
And that's what comes out in next year.
And that's
No,
this is the
that
one that
one's already
Stephen
been out.
admitted.
That's that. Okay, got you. And
Yeah.
after he actually admitted it, when the cameras stopped, was there uproar or what did everyone say? Was everyone shocked?
We all kind of like, while we were recording, everyone was like, "Really, Stephen? Like, you doubled down on all of this. You swore on your kids as well, didn't he?"
Shit, is he got
Yeah.
kids?
Yeah, it's got 2 kids.
Yeah. And we were all just like, "Come on, like, why didn't you just say it?" But then, like, I think most of us, and even I went up to Stephen and I went like, "I'm really proud of you for owning it."
Yeah, we were all
and
quite like
admitting,
glad that he'd
like, you
took
finally came
accountability.
clean.
Yeah.
And I think the only thing that upset me, and I've said it to him, and I'll say it again, is the fact that while the show was airing, you were triple down again. Why would you make Nelly look like crazy?
Yeah.
Why we're saying I'm not on Hinge? Like this is the proof. When you know that you admitted it
Yeah.
already.
He didn't really give her a lot either. I'll be so honest. You know what I mean? Like, it was quite obvious that he didn't really like her that much.
But
I
from
said
the
to
honeymoon,
him,
it looked like he did. Like there was a moment where he said, "I'm
Yeah.
sorry."
Yeah, he did until he
did
saw the rest of the wives.
I think it was when
He said that to
The
the rest of
truth.
the wives.
Until he saw the rest of the wives.
I think it was when everyone got back to the apartments, then he kind of drifted a little bit. She noticed the difference. And
Yeah.
then from then on, he kept saying that he was going to try and make more of an effort and that he did still want to stay, he did still like her. But the more it went on, we were all just like,
You're not.
you don't really like her, do ya?
I watching it was convinced, when you do the wife swap or house partner swap, that something happened with him in April.
No, I don't
wouldn't
think
say
anything
so.
happened.
No.
I don't think that anything ever would happen, to be honest, because I don't think Stephen's April type.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But because he was so sweet with her.
I know, yeah, he was really nice, but I think they actually just got on really well as friends.
Did
It was just like banter, I would say. But
Yeah.
it came across, I think, is the type of banter that, for me, if you're in a relationship, you shouldn't be having.
Yeah.
For Nelly would
Oh, I know what that feels like.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
Now let's move on to your actual relationships or no longer. First up, okay, so do you still speak to Leah?
No.
At all?
No, I'm blocked.
You're blocked?
I'm blocked.
Why, what happened?
It just got a little bit sour when the show aired. I think we both started to realise stuff when we was watching it back, and I kind of felt a little bit butthurt because I was like, I'm watching you literally lie to my face. Like, felt a little bit.
Yeah. Did you, when you watched it actually, and you know how you do, what are they called, master interviews, MIVs?
Yeah.
Did you watch it when you heard what the other person was saying? Were you quite taken aback that that's actually how they were speaking about you behind your back? Kind of
we
thing?
don't see them. We don't see them.
But as in when you physically
When we're
watched
watching
it,
it,
when
I
you
we
was
watch it at the
surprised.
same time that you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I watched that, I was shocked. Like, because there was a part where I think which called me attention-seeking bitch or something. I was like,
The word was
"Whoa!"
poor.
I didn't hear
It was
that.
poor. Yeah.
I was like, I don't.
I
Wow,
thought maybe
right.
Chelsea was brutal. Fuck.
I just didn't, because I didn't hear her at the time. So I've walked in all like happy as Larry.
Yeah.
Didn't even realise she'd just called me that. I would have fucking.
What was the
lost
one
my
thing
shit
that you
otherwise.
watched out of her behaviour that actually really did shock you?
Partner swap.
Yeah.
So there's two things that have shocked me from the whole situation with me and Leah now. One is partner swap, because she came back and I questioned her a little bit and she denied everything. Haven't flirted, haven't done this, haven't done that. And then I'd watched what she had done. She can pass it off as it's banter and it's that and it's this, and that's fine. But I would have appreciated her just telling me that and not making me look mental and saying, no, none of that ever happened. I never did any of that, when you quite clearly did, because I've watched you do it. So that was the first thing. I watched it back and I was a bit like, you've just lied to my face there. And then the second one was that the whole fiasco that we had about the girl in the bar before homestays, when we had that argument, is now the girl she's in a relationship with. So it's a little bit like when you told me I'd fabricated it in my
I've heard
head.
it all. No, I thought I'd heard it all, but actually this is quite dark. No, not dark, but that's deep.
I think it's a question of, I've seen you behind closed door. I've seen you with no cameras on, and the relationship was real. And you're both really trying. And this goes down to like most of the couples.
Yeah.
Where we say, why did Nelly stay so long? Why did you stay so long? It's because every member of cast, a couple of members of cast, really wanted this to work.
Yeah, that's good actually though, because you never know watching shows who's in it for the actual reason or if you're in it to be famous, and it's very tricky, because I would be fucking livid if I'd gone onto a show like that, tried to marry someone for actual love, and then it transpires they were there for completely different reasons.
Yeah, it's not fair.
I think most people were that generally because they really wanted to give it a go and a good crack. And I think even like you realized by the end of the show, because that's what you said around the reunion as well, that you probably needed a bit more time by yourself to get your mind in the
massively.
right
Like
place.
I realised I had issues at the end of that. I was like,
what
God.
actually do you think was the biggest thing you learned about yourself from doing it?
I think probably that I just wasn't as healed as I thought I was from things that I'd been through in the past. But then, so that's what I realised when I first left the show.
Yeah.
But now, looking back, I'm like, actually, I think I was just a little bit triggered. Like, I don't know if I was just really unhealed and I wasn't ready. If I was with somebody at that time that respected my
your boundaries,
boundaries
yeah.
and didn't trigger me, then I probably would have been all right.
Or maybe, or like as if because of her behaviour reiterated the reasons why you're apprehensive about relationships.
Yeah, I was kind of a bit like, well, this is not what I asked for. This is not the situation I wanted to be in. Like, in an ideal world, you know how like Beck and Bailey were like, didn't even want to involve themselves in games because they was like overly respectful of each other's like boundaries and not wanting to speak about other people's partners and stuff. Don't get me wrong, that's a bit on the further end.
Extreme,
But that is something more along the lines of the type of respect that I wanted from somebody, because I've been disrespected a lot in the past, and because it just wasn't that kind of dynamic. It just weren't really what I
It's so
wanted.
interesting though, the respect thing, because there's so many things that I would say are completely disrespectful, but now the lines are so blurred, you just don't know.
I know.
Like everyone's idea of what being respectful actually means.
Yeah, it's different for everyone. This was the conflict between me and Leah, is that she didn't feel it was disrespectful.
And in the group.
Yeah.
Because I would agree with you when it was a question of respect. It was like you have respect for your partner, and you literally just, how can I put this? You don't cross a barrier. I think if you're in a committed relationship, there's certain things you know in your head that's going a little bit too far.
Yeah.
Like I felt uncomfortable at certain stages. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like Bailey felt uncomfortable at different stages as well. So it's a question of you don't cross that boundary. I think if you're in a committed relationship, like you don't go too far unless it's like a close friend from the couple. Do you know what I mean? Like
Especially if
like
it's
that.
a relationship that's new, that you're trying to build on.
No,
You're trying to
100%.
build trust.
I think small things like liking, if I'm in a relationship, liking a girl's photo that they don't really know that well, I think it's disrespectful, to be honest with you.
Well, so I feel
bikini
like we're on the
photos.
same level
I
then.
don't like that, and actually because the problem is it's actually how the other person takes it, irrelevant of what your intention is.
Yes.
And people read into things very easily, and that's where the fucking line gets crossed.
Yeah, and it's so annoying because with that, because I'm a lesbian, with it being two girls in a relationship, it makes it even more tricky on that in that regard, because people are then like, well, she's just being friendly to her friend because they're both females.
But you just don't know, yeah.
But I'm like, that's fine. If the other girl's straight, I'm now talking about my partner's behaviour towards another woman that they find attractive. That, for me, is still disrespectful, regardless of whether the other woman's gay or not.
100%.
So it just does make it a little bit more blurred.
Social media can be such a good thing, but it can be a fucking painful thing. And like, I remember days with one of my exes stalking every girl he followed to see when he'd like their recent bikini photos, because that's how mental it makes you, because you just don't know. And then obviously, David, we've got your situation.
I mean, my love story was beautiful. It was gorgeous.
I thought you guys were going
I was rooting for myself.
God, I was rooting for you both. I was rooting for you.
I was watching it. I was like, oh, you go, guys.
But you were like the perfect couple throughout the whole thing. You were like the shoulder.
We weren't perfect. That's the thing. I think we were portrayed as we were perfect.
That's the thing.
I think we were portrayed the same way that some people are portrayed to be a little bit more crazy.
Yeah.
Some of the people are portrayed to like be a good couple. Because me and Kia had 3 arguments while the show was airing.
Yeah.
One of the nights I slept apart.
Really? But they didn't show that?
Yeah, they didn't show that.
They didn't show any of your problems, really. It just looked like you sailed through, but they did have problems.
They did have issues.
What was the main issue?
I think because both me and Kia had very different triggers, it was really easy for us to trigger each other.
Yeah.
Because my trigger would be the way I would feel about myself, or we had an argument about me giving him a jacket. He said he didn't like the way it looked on him, so it triggered me and my body dysmorphia, and I thought it was because of me, because I was too big and it didn't look good on him. And then obviously I told him how to wear it, and he got triggered because he felt like I was telling him what to do. So it was very much, we did have an argument because of that. Alcohol was involved. Every time alcohol was involved, we would get in there. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. And then we had very like different stages. Like for example, Kia would walk away from me multiple times. We'd have an argument, he would just walk off. Shut down and walk off. Not explain why, not. And but that was his style of like dealing with things. And obviously for me, that was very frustrating because I wanted to solve things. So we had to learn him to stay and be like, hey, give me a minute, I need a moment. Because he wouldn't vocalize it. And that's what triggered that argument on the Cat Cafe, was the fact that I asked him 4 times, do you want to leave? He didn't show that. Do you want to leave? Do you feel uncomfortable? No, everything is fine. Then stormed off.
Even though they didn't air any of that stuff, did it still... Sorry, because I was just trying to think. Did you work on any of that stuff with the therapists?
Yeah, with the experts. Yeah, we did.
With the experts, sorry, not the therapists. Yeah. So they did actually work on that, even though it wasn't shown. So like, did Kia then learn to talk to you about things?
Yeah, I think during the show, he did quite well. I think when we come out of the show, it was just a lot.
It just kind of reverted.
It reverted
back,
a lot,
didn't it?
Yeah, quite a lot. Yeah, and I think that was the issue. I think because obviously he didn't have a job to go back to, and that was putting a lot of pressure on him because the job he was going to fell through last minute.
Right.
Obviously he was stressed a lot. I went back to work. So that was massive stress as well.
And
so
you were living separately, weren't you?
Yeah, we did. Yeah. We didn't want to live straight in together because I had my life that I just rebuilt from my previous relationship. And I was really happy with my little hometown and my little quiet life that I enjoy. He loves the city. His work was in a city. We did have a lot more opportunities in a city, what is fine. So I was traveling back and forwards to be able to
Did he travel to you at all?
I think he made the journey to mine by himself once. Besides that, I would be driving us both back and forwards.
Right.
Yeah.
And so then how quickly after the commitment ceremony did things start going downhill?
We had a big argument before the reunion, the last reunion we saw. Had a big argument where it was very difficult. It was, funny enough, about social media. Yeah.
Oh, I remember that.
What happened?
Oh.
Yeah, we had a big argument there. And things were said that shouldn't have been said.
Whose part? Your part or his?
His part.
What do you mean? It's private stuff.
No. But we had a issue because I said I didn't like something that he posted on social media. And then,
I mean, fair. Also, though,
what was it that he posted?
If we're going to go into detail, I mean, if you don't want to, it's fine. I will.
You tell us.
No, he posted a photo of him kind of like mooning
What?
With
Like, with his
pulling
bum
his
out.
shirt out. But it's literally, it was literally.
Crosses a line. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
it was
If
like
I
a
had
little,
my ass
it
out,
was
my
a little
boyfriend
like
would
it
go
was a
fucking
little
apeshit.
slit.
Exactly.
I know it was like a little slit. You could see a little bit of his bum, and I was like, oh, that made me feel a little type of way. Like I
Yeah.
didn't want to make a big thing about it. It was completely brushed off, and I'm like, well, it actually made me feel a type of way. So can we talk about it?
Yeah.
He then said his side of the story. He felt like I feel like I'm being policed and all of these things, and I was like, dude, I'm just saying it made me feel uncomfortable. That's all. And I said, we had a big argument over the phone, and I told him like, I'm gonna need a little bit of time just to process things, because like I don't like how this conversation is going, because we talked on the phone in the evening, and he said like, maybe we shouldn't be together, and I was like, I need a minute just to process
breath,
things.
yeah.
And he decided to tell me like, I'm gonna consider myself single until you finish processing then what is root.
So a complete like throwback,
Yeah.
and just completely flipped the whole thing around, made it David's problem,
Yeah.
just for saying that something made him feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And then it was all of a sudden then your fault, and then Kia needed to be single until you've figured out what you want and what makes
He said
sense
it because
to
he was
you.
angry. I understand that, but I just still think shouldn't do that. You shouldn't say that.
Kind of like toys out
I
of the
went,
hand
no, you don't
behaviour.
going to use our relationship as a
Like leverage.
leverage, because that's not who I am as a person.
Yeah.
So we had a big row.
That's really hard.
So we were struggling then. We
Yeah.
were like, our relationship was struggling. Like he was struggling mentally. I was struggling to connect with him the same way that we connected during the experiment.
Do you think during the experiment, do you think it was easier or harder? Because when
Easier.
it was easier.
Yeah.
Because you were forced to have these conversations about your feelings, how you're feeling, how you manage your feelings. You had to have these conversations regardless. If it was off camera or on camera, you would have to have these conversations on basically a daily basis, right? And you would have people to talk to. When we came out, I was trying to have the same connection, but we couldn't, because everything was a joke. We'd be going out and doing things.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need to like slow down. I was flying again, so I was doing, let's say, a 16-hour flight, staying 24 hours, coming back, sleeping 4 hours at my home, driving to his to be able to maintain the relationship. By the end of it, I was just exhausted. I was
Gosh,
just
yeah, you were.
literally exhausted. Kia has a lot of energy, not taking away from that, because again, his energy is who he is.
Yeah.
But it was becoming a lot.
Sometimes you just wanted to like get home and just chill out, and
Yeah.
Kia's very much like here, there, everywhere. So I think
And
then
he
you
would call me and be
started
like,
to-
hey, I need you here.
yeah,
Like, I need you. Like, I miss you. And I was like, fine, I'll just drive then.
you started to kind of realize the differences in you then
was
as
just a
well.
lot.
Almost
at
one
that
very
point.
one-sided relationship.
Yeah. So it was just really difficult, very, very difficult to manage. And
And
then,
sad.
yeah, it was really sad because I was really, really trying. And I remember saying to him, like, sometimes it's just because you love someone doesn't mean that they're right for you. And maybe that's the case for us. But I kept trying. And then we had big argument before that where he was calling me crying while I was abroad. And I was like, I cannot carry me and carry you at the same
Yeah.
time. Like, we need to find a way
To make it work.
to make it work. And then he went, so I won't talk to you about it that much. And that made a massive disconnect between me and him.
He said I wouldn't talk to you about
Yeah,
it.
he wouldn't talk with me about like how he was feeling, depression, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that made a massive gap because all we had with each other was we connected that way.
Yeah.
We always talked about how we felt. We always talked about, I felt like this is weird. Like we're not being us.
Yeah.
We're not talking. We're not being the same way. I asked him, how are you? I said, oh, I'm fine. And I'm like, you're not fine because I can feel that you're not
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, that's the fucking worst when you can
Yeah.
tell.
Yeah,
someone's
so-
not right.
It came to a couple of days that we were apart and I was like, this is not working. You have to talk to me.
Yeah.
Because I cannot feel like you're not okay. And then I'm not talking with you because I'm treading on eggshells. We shouldn't be doing this. And he said, yeah, you're right. This is not working. Took us a while.
Was
We had
this
this
all
conversation.
before the reunion?
Yeah, no, this was after the reunion.
Oh, right,
yeah.
right.
And then obviously it took us a while to bounce back. So to be clear, the conversation we had, that was a week prior to that, because it seems to be said that it happened the day before I left to our flight. No, it happened a week before.
Okay.
And then we had a date where I was like, okay, let's try and like have fun again. Let's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
have
yeah.
fun. So we cycled all the way to the ponds. We went to swim. Like we had a proper date. We came home. We were intimate. Everything was fine. I was like, okay, we feel more like ourselves
track.
again. And I was like, okay, cool. Like let's see if this goes up again.
Yeah.
And it's good. Kiss him goodbye. Put my uniform on. Took my suitcase. Flew to Seattle. And then I landed in Seattle, and it was just a shit show from there.
So what happened? This is when Grindr came involved. In
Yeah,
I did see an article. What?
I thought we were fine. And I've landed, and I messaged him, hey, just landed, like, I'm gonna have something to eat and have a little nap. Hope you're okay. This must have been probably like 12:30. He's normally like, we used to go to bed quite late. Message was delivered, it's fine. He posted on social media, and I was like, okay, we're posting on social media, so you're definitely awake.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is weird. Call him, nothing. Called him again, nothing. Called him again, hang up my call. I went like, strange. I had this gut feeling that I used to have apparently in the past, because I've been in the same exact position.
Yeah.
Where I was like, it just doesn't feel right. So that night I called him 136 times. I got hang up on, I got...
136 times?
Yeah, because I was panicking because I could see his location, and I just felt like, what's wrong? Like, are you okay? I was just really worried because I didn't know what mental state he was in.
Wait,
so,
how could you see his location? You're from my friends.
we used to have look at each other's location.
Oh, fine.
Yeah, it was just something normal that we did just to check where I was, if I would have landed, for example, stuff like that. It was just easy.
Yeah.
Even if you're like traveling to each other, he could see that where I was, so he could like know basically when I was arriving. So I was just worried most of the time, and because I've been there before, I just went, listen, I'm gonna check. I'm just gonna check, and if he's not there, I'll take it. It's my fault. It's me. It's on me. It's my insecurity. So I'm just gonna check. So I created a profile that night.
On Grindr.
Yeah, a blank profile. Didn't put any photos. Didn't put any description. Nothing. Matched the location to his location, and the third profile that I found was his, with the photo that I got from the gym that morning.
Oh yeah, so it was very current.
Yeah, cropped from the neck down. But I know his tattoos. I know his body.
Oh, it's just his body.
It was just his body. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
God,
I didn't even know that part.
Yeah.
And so what did you do?
Called him. That's why I called him 136 times. I was like, where are you?
Oh, did you
What?
call him?
Did he
136
answer?
No, oh, he answered once, hang up straight away.
But wait, when you found him on Grindr, what did you say to him? Did you say...
Nothing. I was like, just pick up the phone. Can you pick up the phone, please? What's going on? Because in my mind, I'm like, if he's in a dark place and he just really like needed to talk with someone or was going somewhere to do something or whatever, I just wanted to like pull him back.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted, was to pull him back from that place.
God, you're too much of a good person.
Yeah,
I know.
I'd be thinking of fucking, karma.
Yeah.
Not karma,
But then I went,
whatever it is.
Obviously then it was just horrible. It was a horrible feeling. It was a horrible thing. I must have been awake for like 18 hours that day. It was
I'm not surprised.
It was horrible because I was like tracking where he was. I saw him.
And he was with someone.
He was no, I don't know. Like he said, he never slept with anyone, and that's his story. I just think he crossed the line that I would never, ever.
But why would he be
cross.
on Grindr? Like, just out of
He
curiosity,
says he
were you
was
in an
looking
open
for
relationship?
substances. Yeah, regardless of what he was looking for. Going on the app itself for me was already crossing a line that we would never cross with each other, because you're in a commitment relationship.
And with a photograph like that.
Yeah, and with what he was looking for, because he activated the right now feature. The right now feature is like, I am looking for right now, as in right now.
I feel sick for you. I'm so sorry.
Oh, it was horrible. It was a horrible feeling. It was.
Where are you? Seattle at this point?
Seattle, yeah. And then I was awake for all night. I tracked it all night. I could see the profile moving because he went to an after party with his roommates. That's what he told me. And then in the morning, he messaged me, was like, hey, last night got really out of hand. I got really drunk. My phone died. I went like, I know, I saw it all happen. I need to sleep for at least 3 hours. I really don't need this to get ugly. I just need to go.
Yeah.
So I tried to slept for an hour and a half, I think. And when I got up, my first message to him was the screenshots of everything.
Yeah, actually, that's an awful story. I'm so sorry.
And I sent the screenshots, and he said, I know you don't believe me, but I didn't sleep with anyone.
Do you think deep down, do you think? What do you think?
He says he hasn't. I'm not going to take that away from him. I don't believe he would, because I don't know. I want to believe that on that aspect we were fine. Like, you know how much we used to. In that aspect, I think we were fine.
Nothing was missed.
No, nothing was missed. There's plenty to go around. But I think he disrespected me in a way that I won't allow anyone else to ever make me feel that way.
Yeah.
I won't.
I'm so sorry.
Because I've been through that in the past, and my biggest fear leaving the show, and I've said it multiple times, was I am not going to be enough for him. And in the end of the day, that's exactly how he made me feel. Regardless if that was the intention or not, he ended up making me feel like I was not enough for him.
Of course, if you're seeking validation elsewhere, then your partner's not going to feel enough, are they?
Yeah. And that's the thing. I would never accept that behavior towards me. And he apologized. I'll do that. Yeah. I'll give him that. He apologized. He owned everything. He was in a dark place, and I don't want to take that away from him, because it is true. Like, he was struggling. But I think there's better ways to cope.
100%.
And I cannot take the brunt for that, and I cannot carry the guilt, because it's not mine to carry.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing is true. And I messaged him. I said, hey, listen, not ending this relationship in anger. I'm ending it with clarity. This is not going to work. I will never be able to trust you. I saw everything happen. I need to go back to a version of myself
that you're happy with.
That before the show.
Well, you feel
before
secure.
This, where I feel like good about myself again, because end of the day, I went back to the same position that I was before, where I wasn't feeling good about myself, because I blamed myself. Maybe if I wasn't on work, maybe if I was stronger for him. But then obviously with therapy afterwards, I was like, nah, that's not my guilt to carry. It's not my weight to carry around. And it was like horrible. It was absolutely horrible. Above all, knowing that I'm going to have to watch this on national television, address it. Like, all of this in my mind, I'm like, how am I going to deal with all of this?
Yeah, it's a lot.
It was so much to process that I just didn't know what to do. He wasn't blocked straight away as well.
Did he want to try and make it work?
Yeah. He messaged me multiple times, sent me videos, sent me a 4-page letter explaining everything that happened, being quite upfront and honest. And I didn't block him at all. I just wasn't replying, because I was like, I need time. Like, give me a minute to like process my own emotions here. Yeah. So a week after that, I replied, and I was like, listen, I never thought I would be in this position to message you, but I'm going to message you now and say, I can't do this. I know that I understand what the position you are in. I understand that you were in a dark place. I would have never put myself in a position where I would have lost you.
Yeah.
And you put yourself in a position where you would lose me,
so, like,
and that's the cost.
About all of this, I would have lost my.
Now I am. Back then, she was having me crying on the phone every other night.
No, I was like, you're being too fucking nice about it. Like,
you was just sounding sorry. I shouldn't be criticized, but I don't know how I couldn't have done that.
He was just handling it with such grace. Like, even when it came out, so obviously they couldn't make it public that they'd broken up. Obviously, the show hadn't aired by this point, but we had a group chat that had all of the girls in, and there was a group chat with all the guys in, right? So 2 weeks had gone by, they'd been broken up, they both knew they weren't going to get back together. David then come into the girls group chat, and she said hi.
Yes.
He said, girls, just wanted to let you know me and Kia are no longer together. It just never worked. Just wanted to make you all aware. It was just a very nice message.
I just said, like, I don't want to address it.
Were you guys surprised by it?
I knew. I already knew, but like...
She knew the day after.
When I read the message, I was like, okay, well done, very mature. He didn't go into detail about what Kia had done.
If you have any questions, don't address them to me, address them to Kia, because it's not my story to tell.
Yeah, didn't want anyone to like gang up on Kia or anything like that. But then off the back of him just being truthful about the situation and them not being together anymore, Kia then flipped that again and made it
look like I isolated him. I was isolating him from the group by telling
them the truth. And I was like, what did he expect you to do? Just keep pretending to everybody like everything was fine when your relationship's ended? And it's just this really horrible way that Kia will turn it on you when you did not need to handle it with that much grace anyway. Like, someone has just done one of the worst things they could do to you, and you're handling it with grace, you're being respectful to him, you're being nice about him, not saying a bad word about him, yet he tries to flip it like you're the bad one.
But again, I have nothing. It doesn't bring me any joy. It doesn't bring me any happiness. I don't, again, wish him any harm. To be honest with you, I really, really hope that Kia heals, does his thing, finds himself, unfortunately or fortunately, not with me. Yeah. It's never going to happen. I would never be able to like see him in the same light. The same eyes that I was looking at and the same way I looked at him during the show. Yeah. It's completely gone now that I look at him.
Do you think, has it sort of not damaged you, but how do you feel moving forward to another relationship? Or do you think this is really like, because what was your previous relationship before the show like?
8 years.
8 years.
And
he cheated, didn't he?
He fell in love with someone else, yeah.
Oh Davide, don't say that.
It's fine. It's
no,
fine.
I
But,
know,
it's,
but
like,
so-
it's not on me. Like, I understand.
You'll find the right person. Listen,
No,
it will
because actually it
happen.
hurts my heart.
No,
so
don't. It makes
bad.
me really sad.
It makes me
because
want to cry.
You know when someone's been burned by something and then it happens again, it almost
Yeah.
you're like you just don't have any faith in it, and then you're like,
Yeah.
well, fuck this, it's not for me.
No, but the thing is, like, why would I give up on something that I know, like, I'm going to find someone that is, like,
You will.
going to make me feel good?
Yeah, 100%. And someone who deserves you.
Yeah. I think I needed a completely different dynamic. Although on paper, we can see why me and Kia were matched together. We could see it. We were both looking for the same thing. So we thought. We both were looking for the same thing. We both wanted the future with family and kids. And we could have had all of that.
Do you think if you'd met on a night out and not on the show,
No.
you would have? No, really. I love asking people that just because it's.
The only reason me and Kia fell for each other, I will speak on my side and my experience only. The only reason why we both fell for each other is because we both wanted it to work so much.
Really?
And from the moment I hold his hands, I only had eyes for him. I was absolutely besotted by the man. Absolutely besotted by the man. He could, literally, I was trying to be the best version of myself.
And do you
for
think from your side you were the best version? Like you were giving him your everything?
No, this
No.
is the best version of myself.
No.
Because I put myself first.
Yeah.
I'm the priority now. No one else.
Thank God. But why is it so hard in relationships, isn't it? Because you suddenly one forgets about themselves, and then you suddenly realise you're the one down the rabbit hole, and the other
Yeah.
person's
Yeah.
absolutely happy as Larry, and you
Yeah.
think, are you fucking joking?
And
I
it's a
think that's-
slippery slope because you don't even realise you're
Yeah.
doing it until it's too late.
Until you explain it to someone
Yeah.
else. When you say it out loud, your friends look at you going, you're fucking nuts.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you're there looking
Yeah.
like needing all the filler and the Botox in the world going, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It's just it would have never worked if I would have gave him another chance.
Okay, so what is your type?
Physically?
Both. We'll start with physically.
Physically, I've always went for very. Did you see? That's how much I've learned from this show.
Okay.
I always went for very like masculine, almost straight passing type of guys, and I've learned throughout the show that I don't need that. So my type has completely changed.
Really?
Yeah. I used to go for like more built guys, taller than me. I feel like my type has changed. Emotionally, I think I need someone that is like emotionally mature.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Meet
someone
you on your level.
at the same. Yeah, it needs to be very much so. We have to have very similar lifestyles. Where I love traveling, but I like my quiet time. I love being busy, but I love my weekend. My perfect Sundays at home watching TV, having a roast
Listen,
dinner.
I turn on Desperate Housewives 6 o'clock every night. I'm in my tracksuits on the sofa.
There you
I'm
go,
the
girl.
most
Yeah.
antisocial fucking person there
Yeah.
is.
So are we. That's why we
yeah.
get on so well.
Yeah, we get on. We got so close.
Yeah,
to each other.
when did your sort of bond begin? Because you guys have been like the little
Tender.
duo throughout.
Hendo, literally.
Really?
Yeah, first
Yeah,
night.
first
It was
night.
because, obviously, when I walked in, I knew he was gay because he was the only guy there.
Yeah.
But he didn't know that I was.
No.
So I was sitting there talking about my situation, and I just got it out really quickly. And was like, "Oh, by the way, I'm marrying a woman." He just like propelled out of his seat and grabbed me. And was like, "Oh, what did you say?"
I said, I'm not alone.
Oh yeah.
I think it was like, because I've never seen it on Married at First Sight where they have two gay couples.
No, they've never
It was
done
the
it
first
before.
time that happened. And it was like, oh, somehow, although it's very different, lesbian relationship for a gay relationship, somehow someone will understand what I'm going to go through.
It's kind of like it's really hard to explain, but trying to explain your sexuality to a room full of straight people is sometimes really difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you've got somebody else, although like he said, the relationships are still very different, somebody that's part of
The
a
queer
community that you're
Yeah,
in,
yeah.
they kind of understand you a little bit better. So yeah, I think we both felt at ease, didn't we?
Yeah.
Initially.
And then obviously we did Partner Swap Week together. Prior to that, we used to hang out with each other all the time.
Yeah. Well, you
All
don't
the
see a
time.
lot of it in
On
the
camera,
show, but
no.
like
Yeah, but that's so nice actually that you had each other, because it'd be a fucking
Yeah.
nightmare if you were in there and actually didn't have any
Yeah.
close. I don't know how it works on your show, but on Chelsea you couldn't really trust anyone because everyone would throw you under the bus, and you never know what people are saying behind your fucking back.
Yeah.
So actually to have someone who you like a sort of confidence.
Yeah.
really
I think
nice.
that's why me and you got along so well. So I was being myself for the entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With everyone. If I didn't agree with something, I would say. If she didn't agree with something, I would hear it. Same thing. Like, we are really good friends, but I'm not afraid to tell her. Like, I don't agree with your point of view, and she will
Yeah.
tell me I don't
Yeah.
respect yours, and I always go like, "But devil advocate." And
yeah,
I'll
but
tell
we've got
her.
respect for each
For
other
each
in
other,
that sense.
yeah.
That we won't always agree, but we respect
Yeah.
each other's opinions and stuff. But what was I
We
saying?
therapize each other quite a lot.
You being like wanting your chilled lifestyle and that being someone that's your type, and
Oh,
you just
yeah.
want somebody that fits into your way of life.
And she does.
And we
That's
are
what you
literally
want- is that what
exactly
you
the
want as
same.
well?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we should actually announce.
Yeah, actually, we've got
You're
some
together.
together.
Listen, I don't blame you. It sounds like no one else is trustworthy.
We know I love Dick too much. So.
I know. We've actually said though, like if it just don't work out for us, we'll just do a lavender wedding and do IVF.
I think you should.
That's it.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, why
Save the
Beautiful
heart.
babies.
It'll save the heartache.
Yeah.
And you'll
Oh,
always
which
have
one?
each other. So wait, with Kia now, no communication, nothing.
No, there has been periods where he's been unblocked prior to the show because I blocked him afterwards because he asked me to block him because I was like, I'm not going to give up until you block me. I was like, great, block. Okay. So I blocked him prior to the show, did my healing bit. 4 months passed prior to the show. Obviously, the rules are you follow everyone or you don't follow anyone. So I unblocked him on Instagram.
Oh, you have to follow everyone.
Or you
Yeah,
follow
or
nobody.
no one at all, because otherwise it gives
it
storylines
away.
away.
God, blimey, that's worse than Made in Chelsea. Fuck me,
Yeah.
that's intense. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
So he's been unblocked. Communication has been had. Every time he was unblocked on
Good
message.
communication?
No. Every time we had a conversation, we'd end up in an argument.
Really?
Yeah. And then I'll give him an opportunity and try and help and do something. And then it would be like, something would happen and he would be like, but you lied. Your feelings are not real. You're fake. And I was like, oh, you know what? I don't have the energy for it. Literally, I literally went, I don't have the energy. And I think one of the last messages we messaged, I was like, I don't want to argue anymore. I'm done arguing.
Yeah.
I'm tired. I don't have the patience.
And it was
We're not getting
pointless by
together.
that point
Yeah, we're not getting
anyway.
together. Whatever happened. It's fine.
And you're just going round and round.
And
in circles
we're just going
almost.
around and around in circles. And then 2 weeks prior to the show ending, he got annoyed because I wasn't replying to his DMs and he blocked me on Instagram and then gave it away.
It's sort of...
Because all the followers noticed. The
Really?
rumors were already going around about him being on Grindr.
Did you suddenly find it hard? Because actually it would be sort of odd going from, you know, like normal kind of lives to then now suddenly people are writing articles, everyone knows things about your lives. Like, is that for you, was that a bizarre adjustment to people knowing suddenly everything? Like when the Grindr thing came out, how did that come out?
There was rumors online
I don't
already.
even know how the
I have
rumours
no
started,
idea.
though,
No
to
idea.
be honest. I
But
just
there was
saw
rumours
Is it the
already.
sort of thing someone in the group would have sold?
No,
Don't think so.
I don't think so. I think he's more of I think Kia like while the show was airing was on air as well at some point, and someone must have seen it or something like that. I don't know how he come out. I knew that I was seeing it. I was like trying to like play the game because it's a contract, guys.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
The love was real, but this is a contract.
Yeah.
Like we have a contract to uphold here, and I was doing my job, so I was like liking his photos, like commenting back, like I was doing what we had to do. And to be honest, and we talked about this quite often, like I wanted to bring people along because it was a beautiful love story.
Yeah.
I wanted to bring people along to how I was feeling at the time.
No, it's kind of shattered me that actually behind the scenes it wasn't all that. Because you guys did...
No, but it was good in general.
No,
it was
yeah,
good.
but it just...
What you were showing on your post though, like as the journey and the show was airing, he would sort of talk about how he felt in that moment at that time, rather than reflecting how he felt now.
No.
He would talk about how he felt in that moment. So because you struggled a lot, because he had a bit of a following beforehand. He struggled a lot with like not being authentic, and he felt like he was being
hated it.
fake.
Yeah.
And I was
hated
like,
every
it's not
second of it.
fake because
It's
you're just
not easy.
reflecting
That
back.
isn't easy though.
Yeah, it's because I built my community prior to the show on being authentically me. Like I
Yeah.
documented my heartbreak.
Yeah.
I've brought people along with me, traveling, healing, like feeling good about myself. They saw me go through all of this beautiful
and then
journey.
it's almost like you're lying to them
And then
about
it gets to
stuff.
the end, I was like, oh, I'm heartbroken, but wait, let me just post how happy I am right now.
Yeah.
And that sounded like that looked fake and I felt horrible.
I also
My manager
actually
just looked at
think-
me because I told her that.
But I think mentally it's not helpful. I don't think it's good to do that because I never understand sometimes. Like I know a lot of people who I know are sort of just as in mates who've got big Instagram followings who are not in the happiest of relationships but will constantly post these amazingly happy pictures.
Yeah.
And I'm actually like, for your own sanity, you're better off not posting at all because I
Yeah.
think it fucks with your own head because you're looking at something going, oh, we're happy. We're not actually happy.
Yeah.
I think
It's a
you can actually
real
end up
thing.
resenting the person that you're with as well by doing that, because
Yeah.
even you yourself can be tricked into thinking, well, look how happy we could
Yeah.
be, and we're not in reality. So you've got this fake like persona of like what it could be, and that's not what it is, and then it gets a bit resentful, I feel.
Even then, going on like back to Kia, one thing I have to give him, and like being very honest here, the fact that he came up clean about it, like that takes a lot.
It does take a lot, but
It
I
does
do
take a
feel
lot.
like, listen, I don't want to take it away from him. The boy took accountability, and I do rate that, but I do also think that he had no other option.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think sometimes you can't.
There was too many
just have
clues.
to
There was
face
too many
it.
clues. There was too many clues around.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
So like,
right.
there was too much.
Now, Lee, on to Leah.
Oh,
So she's now with the girl that you caught her in the bar with.
Yes.
And how?
Yeah, no, she just invited to go out.
So talk me through this. You're still living together in the apartments.
Yes, we're still
You've gone
very
on a
much-
night out, and there was a girl that Leah had called to come there.
Yes. So we were, still very much in the experiment, still very much doing our thing.
Yeah.
And there was one, so we all had the production phones, right? A couple of people had burners. And so...
Sneaky.
I know, it just had to be done,
It had to be done because you stay 3 months without contacting anyone.
You know when you say production phones, what, like an iPhone?
Yeah, it was an iPhone, but they were like blocked, so you can't make
Everything was
outside
blocked.
calls, can't use the internet.
Fuck
It was literally
me.
just to call other cast members or the crew.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway, so there was this one day we were all like, do you know what, fuck this, we all want to go on a night out, let's just go to like Canary Wharf.
Yeah.
All just go on a night out, we'll turn our production phones off so they can't track us. So
This is hilarious, like something breaking up boarding school.
And then some stupid sending the photo of all of us and Canary Wharf to production.
Oh, I know.
Wait,
Someone
what?
turned their production phone on, took a picture of the load of us. Obviously, there's Canary Wharf at the top of it. They've tracked it, found out where we are, and it was like, oh, for God's
I got
sake.
burned so much. I wasn't even there. I went on a date.
Yeah,
and
no.
I was in the area and I got blipped for it.
Yeah.
fuck's
Then
sake.
everyone's calling, like production are calling us, like, get back to Wembley now, and we're like, sorry, but right now. But yeah, anyway, so that was the night out. But because a few people had burners, people were like ringing people from home, like Stephen had his brother come down, a few people had their friends come down and
Right.
stuff like that. Anyway, so there was these two people that turned up for Leah. I didn't know who the two girls were. So we're all just continuing with our night. I've introduced Leah to one of my friends that had came on the night, and she never introduced me to the two people that she were with. And then once they'd arrived, she spent the whole time
Right.
with them. I never had one single conversation with them. Something just didn't look right.
Did it not feel right either?
Didn't feel right. No, Leah was very
Cagey.
being herself, like being very... let's use the show words, over familiar
Yeah.
with the girl. And you know, like, we're not stupid. You have a gut instinct. She's not introduced me. She's around this girl. She's invited her out. I don't know who she is. Do you know what I mean? It just feels weird. So then after that, we've all gone to leave. Leah didn't want to leave straight away. She's like, I don't want to leave yet. And I said to Nelly, I'm not dealing with this with her. Like, I'm going.
Yeah.
I'll let you deal with that. So I actually left with everybody else. Nelly stayed back with Leah and with these two girls. I've gone back to the apartments. I went to Beck and Bailey's apartment. I was refitting Beck's tapes. Yeah. And then Leah and Nelly turned up about 20 minutes, half hour later. So it wasn't loads later.
Yeah.
Me and Leah weren't really talking at that point. It was a bit awkward. I went and stayed in another apartment because I just thought, I just don't like this. It's just the same shit over and over again.
Yeah.
So I went and stayed in a separate apartment. The following day, we were supposed to be doing homestays. Leah travelled up to Liverpool. I was like, I don't want to go. Like, I'm just done now. Like, I don't even want to be here
Had you
anymore.
spoken at all?
No. Well, the night of, when we was all in Beck
Yeah.
and Bailey's, I think we said a couple of words to each other, but it was frosty, very frosty. But she wasn't asking me, like, what's wrong? Like, is there anything wrong with you? She just cracked on with her night, and I just thought, fuck it, I'm just going to go and stay in another apartment. Following day, production are like, look, can you at least go up to Liverpool and have a conversation with Leah and just have the chat and see if it can be resolved, or see if that's the end of it, like call it quits there and then. So I was like, oh, I really don't particularly want to, but okay, I will. So I travelled up separately to Leah to Liverpool. Then when I got there, we had the conversation. I told her that I felt uncomfortable about the girl in the bar for all of them reasons, and she was like, you know, there's no reason for you to feel like that. Like, she's just a friend. You fabricated this in your head. It's because of your past insecurities. Like, you keep doing this. You keep making it about me. There was nothing for you to worry about. I then, in that moment, and I felt so sad when I watched it back, because in that moment I thought, fucking hell, Lee, like, you're really making this a thing. Like, I genuinely, in that moment, hand on heart, and thereafter, thought I was the issue.
No, don't, because that is gaslighting. There.
Yeah.
And I hate to use that word because actually you've got to be careful saying things like that. But that is,
I genuinely, heart of hearts, thought I'm bringing my past stuff into this. I keep causing an issue over stuff that I don't really need to cause an issue over. And so that's why I continue to do homestays. We had a really nice time. I accepted I was the problem. We moved forward, and that was that. Albeit by the end of it didn't end up working anyway, because I just had enough of her keep denying and acting as if she wasn't doing anything wrong. We've left. We actually caught up a few times over the summer, like, you know, checked in on each other and things like that. By that time it was done, but like there was no bad blood.
Yeah.
And then by the time the show aired, it then people started writing comments about things about Leah having this new girlfriend, and I was like, oh, okay, like, good for her, like, I'm glad that she's happy. Then someone posted a picture of Leah and her new girlfriend, and I saw the picture and I was like, that is the fucking girl from the bar. Yeah. And I was like,
there's no shame. I'm honestly sorry. I thought we were bad. Like, I thought my behaviour was appalling back in the day. But it's more because the brutalness of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's mostly like, obviously by then you were done by the time that you saw the photos, so you were really.
No, I didn't care about the
all that.
relationship.
I think it's more a question. I was like, oh, you're right. Your feelings were
no,
right.
but this is where
that
it
is
fucks with
literally
one's
it.
head, because especially if you're the one, and I like, I'm sure she's got like a really nice character traits or whatever, or personality, but to sit there and say, oh, this is your insecurity playing into you when you actually were right all along.
Yeah.
And it's so fucked up when that happens to you, because, and I don't know what it's like for you, David, but I think as women, men sometimes, or not men, but some, I don't know how to word this in the way, because obviously you guys are gay,
you can just word it normally.
Basically, when you make you feel like you're insane, it's the fucking worst thing, and then you drive yourself mad because you're like, my God, I'm a lunatic, and then actually it turns out you're not a lunatic in the
That's
slightest.
literally how I felt
all along.
Yeah, gaslighting is equal.
Yeah.
In every single
it is
relationship,
gaslighting.
I walked out of that like, I've got so much to work on, because I really thought I was healed, and I quite clearly am not.
Oh.
No, genuinely. Like,
Yeah.
I was thinking, like, you know, I had conversations with friends and family and other people that were around me, and I was said, like, you know, I'm not as healed as I thought I was.
Yeah.
You know, I've caused a lot of problems here. Like, I've got a lot of underlying stuff still, and I went away and did the work and tried to accept that I still had a lot of things to work on. And albeit that did help me, because there probably was still triggers and things that I did need to work on. So it did help me in a sense, but yeah, it just I wasn't the problem. Solely is what I realised, and that was hurtful.
With a reunion that comes out in February or March, is this before? When was that filmed?
We finished filming, and we filmed a reunion 6 weeks after that. That's been gone and done. I didn't know any of this stuff then.
Right.
I found out quite recently
right.
about when it was whilst the show was airing. I found out about Leah and this girl.
So how quickly did they get
prior-
together? Did you know, as in post?
Oh, not long after we'd finished filming.
Have you seen Leah since the last reunion? Yeah.
We had bumped into each other a few times prior to me finding this information out, and again was just kind of fine and amicable. But then obviously since everything's happened, we don't get on now. And
did you say to her, listen, how dare you use this against me, when actually you've proved me right the whole time for the whole thing? What did she say to that?
I think Leah is upset with you as well about thinking that you were with someone again. It's like,
there's a footballer involved as well now, isn't there?
Oh, that is her girlfriend. There was a story about me that I was in a secret relationship the whole time, which mine is not true.
Literally, physically can be in another relationship while you're
Well,
filming
not if you haven't
this.
got a phone.
No.
You don't have a phone.
Unless it's Stephen with his hinge. I was still fucking remarkable.
But he got his phone back, so he could.
Is there anything you look back on and regret about the show?
I do.
What?
Not regret, but I wish I wouldn't been so protective of Kia. Just looked more after myself. Yeah.
Yeah, good
Really?
one.
Yeah. I always looked after him. Yeah. I feel like I should have looked after myself a lot more.
Did he look after you at all?
Yeah. No, our relationship was good, but I feel like I was letting so much in and like allowing a lot more
Because you wanted it
because
so
I
badly.
wanted it to work so much. Yeah.
Once you leave, do you still speak to any of the experts? Are they there to support and help?
Not the experts. You've got psychs and welfare.
Yeah.
No, because that's sort of interesting. No, because I was just thinking when I did Celebs Go Dating with Paul, after I left the show, I'd message him the whole time saying, "Listen, my boyfriend's being a cunt. Can you help me
Oh
out?"
yeah, you can. Like,
Oh,
we
yeah,
could
you
message
can.
him if we wanted
And
to.
they
And
would still be there.
he'd talk to us, but
Yeah,
not
he'll
like
talk to
for
us.
the show. Like just that would just be on a personal level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you if you look back, did you enjoy it? Like, is it something you would consider doing again?
I had the best time.
Oh, I
Did
had
you?
the best time. I wouldn't
Time of
change
my
it.
life.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
change
no.
it.
Really?
I had the time of
Honestly.
my life. Yeah. I met people that will save my life forever. Thank you.
Oh, you too.
But I wouldn't regret it. I've grown as a person massively.
Same.
Massively.
I was quite an anxious person prior. I still am. I'm just an anxious little girly. But I feel like this massively threw me out my comfort zone.
Really?
Like, you don't have any of your home comforts. No one that you know and love. You have to do everything on your own. Like, anything.
That's how it feels to be a foreign. Just to let you know.
Oh, honey. So it massively was just like, I threw myself into that knowing it was going to be very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But coming out of that, I'm like, well, if I can do that,
You can
I
do
can
anything.
do
anything.
anything.
If actually that's such a good point, because I suppose if you both didn't really find love, at least you had like a good experience and came away with something from it. Because I
100%.
suppose it's a massive learning thing. Probably more about yourselves actually, what you
Oh,
want
yeah.
and what you don't want.
Won't be doing another dating show.
No.
Straight for the jungle.
No.
What
God,
about?
can you imagine me in the jungle?
No, yeah, actually,
I would
you
love.
would
I would
last
actually love to be there with you.
Sake.
So let's talk about the dinner parties. This, how long are you actually physically sitting at that fucking table?
So obviously the mixer and the dinner party part are separate. So
Yeah.
you do the mixer, then you stop for a break, you go have food, you go sit away, and then you go back into the dinner party.
Yeah.
So there's like a couple of hours break in between.
Couple
but the
drinks?
actual, huh?
All the
Couple
drinks.
drinks in between?
All the drinks. Not in between.
Not in between,
So
that's when you
drink a
sober
lot
up,
at the
actually.
mixer.
Yeah.
You drink a lot at the mixer because you like starting to do
Yeah.
like get to know. The mixer would be about, I would say the mixer would be like 4 to 5 hours.
Do you think?
Oh, it would be, yeah.
long.
It wasn't.
I thought it was
'cause you had-
less.
I had
It's
to
about
wait
3 hours
forever.
max.
Did you ever walk in last?
I don't think so.
Yeah, good for you. Honestly, I remember it perfectly. It was a good like 4 hours, and we get moved from room to room to room
yeah,
to then
'cause
walk
you-
in.
Yeah.
So there's a schedule, and then if someone else had beef with someone else, someone would cut in front of you, and they would walk.
Yeah.
It would be exactly like that. So there will be a good like 4 hours. Then we'll have a break for lunch. There will be like an hour and a half, I would say.
Yeah.
But you don't drink alcohol in a break because you've been drinking for like 4 hours.
And are you allowed to all mix with each other if there's beef, or do they keep you
They
separate?
keep us
Separate, dude.
separate.
Got
Yeah.
you.
Because they want to catch it all on camera.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
case
yeah.
someone has a cheeky argument during the break, they're like, no, fuck, get in
Yeah.
your own rooms.
Yeah.
But the dinner party part, I'd say 7 hours-ish.
Yeah.
But it all depended how quickly the
It
drama
kicked off.
got,
Yeah.
the drama got dealt with. Yeah. If you went in and within 2-3 hours, like it was explosive and they'd got everything they needed, you could go.
But then if you didn't kick off by itself, the honesty box would come out.
Yeah.
And you'd kick off. that.
Oh, that's their old.
And then they'd run
trigger.
in like, why don't you bring this up? Or why don't you
Oh
bring
yeah,
that up?
yeah. But you were very good at bringing it up. I have to say,
Yeah.
can I say, so if I was there with a mega pint of vodka, fuck me, I would have taken half that.
A mega
Oh,
pint.
oh God, no, honestly.
pint?
Yeah, a mega pint. No, because we used to have dinner parties, and they were everyone would shudder at the thought of a dinner party because it's when it all boots off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know, and they position you in front of a couple that you've got drama.
You know they have
with.
something,
They do
yeah.
it. It's all strategic in it, and they do it all on
very
purpose.
much
But
so.
I used to quite enjoy it, to be honest.
You would.
Yeah, I do.
I love
I
calling
liked it,
people on
let
their
me
shit.
tell you.
I love calling people on their shit.
No,
Yeah.
I think it's quite good. It's probably quite healthy though, actually.
Yeah.
Are there any couples still together?
Join Abby.
Only John and Abby. Yeah.
Oh, they were sweet, actually.
no,
Those
I
two.
know.
They're literally 2 Care Bears. I just love them so
They're
much.
adorable. What about Bailey and Beck? I thought those two were headed for it.
No, they're not together.
Cheating scandal.
No, there was no cheating.
It's not
There was
cheating.
no cheating.
No.
Okay, so it was just distance.
No.
No.
Come on then, tell me what happened.
So Bailey did
Stick
do
with
something
yeah.
with somebody else very soon after they broke up.
Yeah.
But he
Wait,
had
hooked
it-
up with someone.
Yeah, he
Yeah, yeah.
ended the relationship with Beck. They both knew that it was done. The relationship was over. Beck went home.
But why was it over? I thought they were doing so well. Just because of distance?
they
or-
weren't getting on.
They weren't going on. There was a lot of issues.
Yeah, they was having a lot of problems. There was
Got
a lot
you.
of stuff on both sides that it just wasn't working.
Okay.
But it actually wasn't the distance. That wasn't.
No,
the
it
problem.
wasn't. This
Really?
wasn't the
Yeah.
issue, or kids or anything like that. It was
No.
just. It
I
was
just
literally
suddenly
very
realised, I
hard.
suppose it would be actually really hard because if you're almost living in a bubble to then throw yourself back into real life, it would be so hard because
I
you
think
forget
that's-
when you're in there. I know that you've got the input of the other couples, but actually it's your real friends when you then leave. It's their judgment as
Yeah.
well. Like it
Your
must be so
family.
intense.
Family events, like being able to go
Work.
out and whenever you want, work.
People knowing who you are now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He obviously like did something with someone else like really soon. Even him, he admitted that it was
Yeah.
very, very soon after they broke up. He wasn't even ready for it. But again, circumstances like, let's say, alcohol and whatsoever, it ended up happening. It did hurt Beck quite a lot. Like
Yeah.
it really hurt her because she was still very much so in love with him. And like me and Beck got really close because it happened the exact same day.
Oh
Did
god,
me
yeah,
and
that was
Kia.
weird. It was like a doomsday.
The exact same day that me and Kia. So me and Beck got married the same day.
Right.
We split up on the same,
Same
day.
day. Bloody hell. And
Yeah.
you were both the couples that everyone thought was gonna
Yeah.
last.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, so I've talked with Beck quite a lot. She was really hurt. She was really, really, really hurt.
I feel like this series was just so savage on so many different levels because
Yeah.
listen, we haven't even got through half of them yet.
I know.
Where the fuck is Joe? Has he ever reappeared? Showed his
Oh,
face
no.
I don't
anywhere?
actually really know what
I
he's
don't
up
even
to.
know. I don't even have his number.
But like, what was that all about? As a viewer, if I'm totally honest, what it felt like happened, I understand he obviously had like some family stuff going on, which is really awful. But it was almost as if it could, when he went, something completely switched in him, and then he came back and he was just not into it in the slightest.
I think he just didn't want to be there.
No.
Really?
The thing,
I think the penny dropped when his mum came over.
yeah.
I think the penny dropped when his mum came over. Like when she went, do you think this is going to work?
Really?
Yeah. I think that's when the penny dropped. And I think Joe is if you ever wonder what it's like to be ghosted, look at Joe's and Maeve's relationship, because that's
Joe.
exactly what happened.
Ghosting.
He ghosted her in real life.
He should have just said early on, like, look,
I'm not into
this
it,
is not
let's
for
go.
me. I'm gonna go.
But do you think he was sort of lying the whole way through? Not lying, but as in, did you think he thought he liked her more than he actually did?
I don't think he's a stupid man. So I think
No.
to say that you love someone when you quite clearly know that you don't was a bit strategic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I think he
then-
regretted it, probably
Yeah.
saying it, and then be like,
And then ended up in
how do I
fucking
retract
Lanzarote.
this? How?
Don't.
This fascinates me. Like, how the fuck did that fucker come around?
Well, I mean,
No one else was talking with Julia Roberts, so she's talking with Joe, and Joe invited to Lanzarote.
Yeah, they'd left the experiment.
But
at that
can I ask you
point.
in all honesty, did you really think, did both of them, honest to God, thought no one would ever find out?
I think they had every intention of thinking, like, people will find out eventually, but it doesn't need to come into the show.
Production noticed on their Instagrams they were in the same beach. So.
Yeah.
Listen, nothing
And then
against pair of them,
sneakily they
but
told
seriously,
Maeve.
come on. I mean, if you're going to be shady, just don't even post about it.
The thing is that what really annoys me is that he then did the same thing to her.
You are?
But I cannot,
He
without
ghosted-
sounding like a bitch, I have to say I think that's karma. Just to Julia with, and I don't know how, I don't know what it must be like to be that close with each other. And I know I can't talk, so I behave like a cunt on Made in Chelsea. However, I wasn't married to anyone, and no one was married. But that was quite brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah, really bad move on her side. Really,
And just because you see
really bad
Maeve
move.
so upset by the whole thing, and I think for her it almost
Yeah.
seemed as if she like honestly thought she'd found her Prince Charming, and then it
Genuinely.
just was
Yeah.
ripped away from her.
She really, really liked him.
Oh.
Do you think emotionally you guys feel pretty, was it not, I don't want to use the word traumatizing, but emotionally it must have been so fucked up?
Yeah.
When everyone asks, I always say that the show is emotionally draining.
Yeah.
I find the
I
show
just
a
felt
bit
very
emotionally
like my judgment felt very clouded by the end.
Yeah.
You know, you just don't really feel sure, like you can't trust your own thoughts, kind of. Like I felt very sure of myself when I went into that and all the way through, and then just as it goes on you start to become a little bit more
Doubt
clouded.
yourself.
There's like opinions
not
of
knowing
others
what's-
and
yeah.
whispers in your ears, and it just gets a little bit confusing, and by the end of it I was just like, whoa.
But you need
That
to
was
feel
a lot.
It takes a
break.
lot of review.
Yeah.
And if people think this is easy, no, it's not easy.
It's not.
It's not
No,
easy.
I
And
feel-
do bear in mind, you go on a show where everyone has an input into your relationship and who you are as a person.
Yeah,
You're
people
fucking
moan
telling
about
me.
that.
Different.
And then you've got the general public, they're also
And then you have the
cunts
public
as
when he
well.
comes out. You have people. Yeah,
It's hell on earth, isn't it?
yeah.
Oh,
no,
fucking hell,
don't,
I've had it
Isn't it
bad.
nice?
Really?
being a
Have
public
you?
figure.
Have people have you been trolled?
So badly.
Why?
Like, I don't, personally, I'm not really sure what I did that was too bad, to be honest, but like,
It's just your face.
yeah, it's got to be that.
Can help it.
I know. but
Wait,
honestly.
what is the main thing people have told you over?
Just my relationship with Leah, that like the most of it is like miserable, treated Leah so badly, I was controlling, bizarre, don't know where that's come from, because I'm asking someone not to flirt with other women.
I think that's just
Wild.
normal.
Yeah,
Bare minimum,
that's what
sorry,
I
love.
thought. Yeah, like just a lot of it in mine and Leah's dynamic. It feels as though she was the favourable one.
Yeah, because actually in saying that, from watching it, it almost looks, it's made it look like she's putting more like physical effort in
Yes.
to trying to make
Yeah.
it work, but actually
Yeah.
it's the emotional effort that you want, not
I think
Yeah,
that was.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
that was the difference between the both of you.
Yeah, Leah would have slept with me within a week, and so everyone's like, "Well, Leah's putting in all this effort."
Did you
She's
end up
like,
sleeping together?
No.
Are you glad you didn't?
Yes. So glad.
Do you feel like when you're in there, because actually this is one thing I want to know, is there pressure for there to be the sexual side of it?
Yeah.
Like, is
Yeah.
it odd that people don't?
For me, I felt like I'm not going to do anything that I'm not ready to do. And if I'm not in a space where I feel emotionally safe and like I'm actually building something that's got longevity,
Yeah.
I'm not going to sleep with them and then talk about it on a TV show. It's just
Yeah.
not my jam.
Yeah.
So yeah, but there is pressure. Like you do get to points in the experiment where they're like, well, you know, you've got to the halfway point now. If you're not having sex, it's kind of like, why are you here? But respectfully, it's nobody else's.
Yeah, business.
That is actually
Sex
true.
life.
Thinking about it, because I don't know how much. it's very personal.
But
Yeah.
I didn't really think about that until I got onto the show.
You didn't need to, honey, because your sex life was great.
Yeah, no.
You had no
Thriving.
problems.
If you look at the group now, is there any two people you think actually should or could be together, knowing all of them?
Yeah, I think Ash and April would work.
Everyone loved Ash. They all wanted him to be their husband.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, oh my God, that man gets so much attention from the women.
Even from the group,
Yeah.
everyone, when it was Shag, Marry, Kill, everyone picks Ash. I
But
was
he
like,
was doing what?
Shag, Marry, Kill.
Shag, Marry, Kill is a game. So Shag, Marry,
I thought
Kill.
you said shagging Mary Eel. I think the fuck is that?
Who's
Shag,
married?
Marry, Kill. Sorry, pronunciation, David. I know, foreign to function. Yeah, even during that game, everyone picked Ash, and I'm like, no, don't fancy him. Still don't do
I
Ash.
picked Ash for like
Piss me off.
personality because I was like, well, obviously no one here's my
He's
fucking
funny.
type.
Yeah.
But like,
Thanks.
I love Ash as a person. Like, I'm good friends with Ash. I think he's a great person. Like, he's very, very caring, do anything for anyone, very loving, a true gentleman. What I would consider as a gentleman anyway. And yeah, I just think as a person, he's just a good person.
Yeah. Are you still? Is there anyone you guys don't speak to? Do you guys all still message
Three.
or?
I don't speak with 3 people.
I don't speak with the majority of the group.
Do you not?
No.
Fair, listen, it happens. I got
I think it's just like
Yeah.
we just like went separate ways. I think the show brought to light a lot of things. There was a lot of people that like clicked together and kind of like meshed in
Felt
together.
very school games.
Yeah, and it's just like, you know, like I understand. For example, let's say me and Kia, we were friends with all the group.
Yeah.
Some people are close with Kia, and as of respect, I just took a step back because it's normal. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not gonna.
Just the taking sides and all the childish shit about it. Just don't sit
Yeah,
right
like
with me,
I will talk with anyone. I will literally talk with anyone, but I just, yeah.
Do you think there's anyone who's come out of it who quite likes the limelight, off the back of MAFS?
Joe loves it.
Joe does.
Yeah.
We didn't show up
He
for
likes
half
the
of it.
attention. He does
Oh
like
yeah,
the
no.
attention.
Like he got his 5 minutes and he's come out and milked it. Good on him
Really?
though, because
Yeah.
it's paid off. Like he's doing alright. But yeah, he's loving it. I reckon.
Do you think a lot of people would completely change?
Dean likes the attention.
Oh yeah.
Dean likes the
Oh,
attention. as well.
Dean.
Yeah, love
Can I
Dean.
just say he was so sweet. That was quite it was quite sad actually. Not sad watching them, but he obviously was trying so hard, but it just wasn't there.
I think
Yeah.
I think it's very weird because some people think that Dean is very sweet. Some people think that Dean was doing too much. So
Yeah.
I know the
there's
right thing.
always-
I would have smacked him. I would have lost the fucking plot. Honestly, I'd have been like.
I
"Don't
think
ever
it's
do that."
very like I think Dean and Sarah is literally the example of this like experience. You always use them as the example of this experience.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can overcome the looks. Sometimes you can. If you just can't, you can. And Sarah, you get people say that Sarah, yes, the choice of words horrible, but she has learned from it. And another thing is, she was being honest. She wasn't
Yeah.
lying to the boy. She wasn't misleading him in other direction. She's like, I don't fancy you. Like I'm trying, but I can't force that.
If it was just based off of the personality, they would have been perfect.
Oh, they're
But it's
such
just
good
the
friends.
physical. It
Yeah.
does go to show, because this is why I was thinking about this with Love is Blind, which the concept, sure, I'm sure it works, but you actually physically have to want to
Bang.
like
Sleep with them or-
bang, yeah,
Yeah,
you do
you do.
ultimately. That was the other thing, because Julia Ruth, she kept saying that she had told Devani that she wasn't attracted to him, but but did she actually ever say that to him? Because you know how she kept saying, I've told him this, I've told him this.
She was saying that he
They
weren't
had
like her
conversations.
type, and
Yeah.
like they'd had conversations where even on the couch where I think Paul said, "Do you fancy your husband?" and she couldn't answer the question, and she couldn't say yes, basically.
But do you think one could sleep with someone without fancying them? That's what
I personally couldn't.
But that's, maybe that is possible.
I think devil's advocate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think she tried
Yeah.
to see, like she felt attracted to him on the wedding day because we can see it. They were all over each other.
Yeah.
I think obviously then personality wise, you see, this is what I mean. This show is so weird, where physically she saw an attraction, but then when she got to know him, the attraction was gone because the personality wasn't there.
Yeah.
So it was really hard. And
So
then I
what
think
connection? Because for me, I'm like, if you sleep with someone, you've got to have a degree of a connection in some way.
Yeah.
Whether
No,
it's
but she did in the
emotional,
beginning.
physical.
she did in the beginning. I think she came out recently and she said like we tried to have physical to
bring it
to see
Oh,
if
I
she could bring
see.
it back in.
Fair.
Because then
And
did they
connect it,
slowly
but
stop?
apparently she opened up to him and said like, listen, like after doing it, she went, it doesn't
they
make
kept
me
doing
feel
it.
closer to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Last
sorry.
one is, okay, and do we know, Stephen and Julia Ruth, was it all just a plan to fuck off Nelly? Because that's actually pretty fucking dark and twisted. Did Stephen ever go for a drink with Julia Ruth?
They never went for a drink.
No,
They never did.
And I
She
don't
learned-
think it
she
was
learned
to
her
piss her
lesson.
off. I don't think it was to piss Nelly off.
I don't think.
Why
I
would
think
he
he-
say that?
I think he was just trying to find an excuse. Didn't really know what to say, and didn't have the bollocks to just come off and say, yeah, I just thought, fuck it, like, just do what I want to do. I wanted to talk to her, so I did.
Yeah.
I don't think it had anything to do with Nelly. I don't think he cared enough about Nelly to go out of his way to piss her off.
I agree. And I think she saw the light at the night out situation thing.
Oh, yeah.
When she tells the group that she was going to go on a drink with her, she saw how everyone felt about it, and she went, oh, fuck, I fucked up. And then she never spoke with him ever again.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah. And then obviously she found out that he was using her, and then
it's all quite messy. Do you think because obviously Julia Ruth was represented in a certain light because of certain things that had happened behind closed doors, were there elements of her that was actually completely different to what we just saw? Because as viewers, it was pretty shocking. Like, I was on the edge of my seat at that girls' reunion. I thought, fuck me, this is going to end with a drink.
We had really good laughs with her.
Yes.
Until it came out that they were being intimate with each other.
Yeah.
Me and Julia Ruth and you would have laughs. We'd be dancing,
Yeah.
laughing with each other, going
That's
out
why
for
I was
drinks.
so annoyed,
That's
though.
why we got so
Really?
hurt.
'Cause I
Were
feel
you
like
shocked
I-
about the Joe thing? Like, was everyone quite taken aback?
I was
yeah,
fucking gobsmacked.
And was that the
Literally.
first time, honestly, when it was filmed, that you had heard about it?
Yes. No one on it, that you could tell by our
So
faces.
I smile when things are shocking because I
Yeah.
just don't believe it sometimes.
No, genuinely. Like, in that moment when that got brought up, we were all like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, you've been to fucking Lanzarote and slept with Joe, and then we're looking at Maeve and she's like screaming over the table, and it was just like, whoa. Like, that was
Yeah.
a lot in that moment.
I didn't see that because I was with the boys that day. So I
Oh,
was
yeah,
with-
you weren't there.
Yeah.
Oh my
Did
God.
you
I was
get
with the
told
boys.
about it, though?
Yeah, I got told by...
I rang Leah.
Yeah,
I was like,
by
guess
Leah.
what's happening over here?
It gives me anxiety thinking about it.
The thing is, like, he didn't show, but I went to Steven and I said, if you don't come up clean now, it will come up.
Yeah.
People will come up with screenshots. People will do it. If you want to come out clean, now is the time. Like, we're all always trying to help Steven coming clean with things, but he never listened because he just avoids everything.
Maybe
all
he
the
just thought
time.
he's going to get away with it.
Yeah, well, I hope he has learned. He seems like he has learned, but again, he seemed like he has learned 6 months ago as well, so I don't really know what to believe anymore.
Well, I'm glad you two both seem in much better places. And
Oh,
happy.
100%, yeah. We've got each other.
Dating anyone now? Either of you?
I'm not.
Slowly.
Easing yourself back into
Easing
it.
myself into it.
And what have you got
slowly.
coming up over the next few weeks? Anything exciting? Anyone changing career paths now that you're sort of,
Well-
the iconic duo?
I am doing social media full time.
Okay.
I went back to it. I'm really enjoying it. I feel like I'm back into my groove,
Good.
which is really cool. Again, sharing my journey and helping people. I'm back as well now, and I'm an ambassador for Every Youth.
Amazing.
So I help Every Youth raise awareness for homelessness in teenagers. So we help kids from the age of 16 to 25 get off the streets.
Oh my God, amazing.
So yeah, I'll be doing a couple activations for Christmas. wrapping
And where can
presents,
anyone
doing
find
things.
you, find more details?
At Dave Annika on Instagram, TikTok, on YouTube, all over the place. And if you want to get involved, Every Youth will appreciate that.
Perfect.
So proud,
Andy?
bless him. For me, I mean, so you've just kind of gone back to what you knew from beforehand.
Yeah.
Me, I very much went back to my normal life. So I went back to work, back to my normal everyday job. So I'm at the minute, I'm like 1 foot in new life, 1 foot in old life. So at the minute, I'm like,
Which life do you want?
new one. Absolutely. I mean, we just presented an award at the Beauty Awards, and that was
God,
just
amazing.
so much fun. Yeah, we loved it, didn't we?
Yeah.
It's just lovely to, like, there's so many people I'm meeting, there's so many things like this that I'm doing, that I'm enjoying, like meeting new people and having these conversations, and there's so much more that I want to give, in the respect that I was doing a degree before I went into MAFS in counselling, and so I've always been really passionate about mental health and helping people and advocating for yourself, and I think I demonstrated that a bit on the show.
Yeah, no, you were great.
Yeah, so I think that's really important to me. So my focus now is, I'm not going to leave my day job just yet, because I still feel like, that's what I'm doing. That's my normal life. That's my security. But now I do have a bit of a bigger audience. It gives me a platform to be able to help a larger amount of people. So for me, it's, I'm just trying to find my foot in and figure out what way I can do that, and where I can help other people, and where I can be a voice for people that don't necessarily always have one.
I think it's amazing.
Hopefully, we'll be able to do something together too.
I think you
Yeah.
should, maybe even a fucking podcast.
Maybe, who knows?
Thank you so much for this. You guys are amazing.
Thank
for
you.
having us.
Yay!